NHL regular season recap, night 61, just a handful of games tonight. The first is the Sabres taking on the Arizona Coyotes, battle of two relatively inconsistent up and down teams. The Sabres are the better of those two teams tonight. They score 5 on Karel Vejmelka, while Arizona just gets 2. In the first, it's Kyle Okposo with the first and only goal. In the second, Michael Kessering with his first career goal, so congratulations there. Beyond that, though, Eric Robinson, Peyton Krebs, and J.J. Peterka making it 4-1 Sabres after the second. In the third, Michael Carcone makes it a 4-2 game just over halfway through, but Dahlin with the empty netter, that would be all it took. It's a 5-2 final for Buffalo in this one. The Maple Leafs visiting Long Island in what is always an entertaining game in the return of John Tavares. This one looked to be all Islanders early. Matthews did score early on the power play, but from there, Brock Nelson, Casey Cizikas, and Kyle Palmieri make it 3-1 Islanders early on in the second. Later in the second, though, Johnny T, the homegrown Islanders boy, scores to make it a 3-2 game, and in the third, Morgan Riley ties it with just 7 seconds to play, forcing overtime, but in the overtime, Bo Horvat is the hero, scoring on a nice little saucer pass feed from Matt Barzal. Ilya Sorokin dominated this game. He stops 37 of 40 and is the much better goalie. Samsonov stopping just 25 of 29, good for an .862 save percentage in the losing effort. A 4-3 overtime win for the Isles. The Red Wings taking on the Stars in what looked to be a pretty even game in pretty much all metrics aside from the scoreboard. This one ends up being a 6-3 final in favor of the Stars. The Red Wings' little skid continues here. Daniel Sprong opens the scoring in the first, but Miro Heiskanen and Esa Lindell make it a 2-1 game in favor of the Stars. Headed to the second, where Jason Robertson and Matt Duchene make it a 4-1 game before Jonathan Berggren scores to cut the lead in half. In the third, Joe Veleno does make it a 1-goal game very briefly, but Pavelski and Miro Heiskanen score twice more to make it a 6-3 final. James Reimer tried his best in this one, but only 29 of 34. For Jay Gottinger, 27 of 30 in the winning effort. Once again, a 6-3 win for the Stars in a pretty dominant fashion on the scoreboard. Pretty even game, though, in all other ways you look at it. Final game of the night, the Calgary Flames taking on the Colorado Avalanche, and this game ended up being a wild one. Just 1 goal each way in the first. Nazem Kadri, Tomas Tatar, 1-1 after 1. In the second, though, 6 goals, 2 from the Avs, 4 from the Flames. Makes it a 5-3 game headed to the third, where it's all Avs. Ross Colton, Mikko Rantanen, and then a second from Mikko Rantanen makes it a 6-5 final for Colorado. Calgary absolutely throwing this game into the trash can. Just a tough one for them, man. I mean, you can't throw away a 2-goal lead in the third, especially not that quickly. Nonetheless, not a great period there or game by either goalie, but especially from Dan Vladar in the third, giving up 3 goals on 15 shots. He gives up 6 on 37 in the game. Ivan Prosvetov stopped all 11 shots he faced after coming in relief for Alex Georgiev, who did not have a great night. But nonetheless, a win for the Avs. A pretty big comeback one. It's a 6-5 final there. And that's it for NHL regular season recap night 61. We'll see you guys tomorrow with the regular large Tuesday slate.